my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're going to continue our discussion regarding family law issues, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about preparing your divorce case. There's really three things amongst the many things that I will highlight that one should do in preparing to start your divorce case. Number one, I think it's important, since we're probably going to be looking into assets and liabilities, that you should gather statements from Fidelity, statements from your brokerage, from Charles Schwab, from whatever. They usually come typically every month or every quarter, and you should gather those and get them together. Those will give you an idea of what the assets are, what's coming in the account, what's going out. Are we growing the account? Are we losing money? Have there been withdrawals from retirement or other significant accounts that we need to know about as we approach the divorce? So it becomes important to gather that stuff together, and since they come typically mailed or emailed to you directly, it's within your power typically to gather those statements. Your lawyer is going to want to have those because the court's going to want to have them. So it's important to gather those things. Number two, I would say, a second thing that's important when you look into your divorce is to sit down at the table, have a discussion with your soon-to-be ex-spouse about how this is going to go down and what the key issues are in your case. You know, divorces can go an easy way or a hard way. Divorces can be a long litigation, or they can be more concise, they can be more streamlined. If you have a discussion with your spouse about major issues such as custody, parenting time, support, division of assets, these kinds of things, you're going to be able to go further on in your divorce when it comes to talking to your lawyer and have a whole framework. And that framework will really set the tone for the major things that are going to go on. If you eventually go to your lawyer and you have none of this accomplished, you're really asking your lawyer to start from scratch and start getting all these things together, which he or she is totally qualified to do, no question. But you will save yourself some time and therefore some money if you bring the basic foundation to them already discussed and already at least agreed in principle. Number three, and we alluded to this in number two, a third thing you need to do as you start preparing for your divorce is get yourself an attorney. Contact a law firm, get yourself an attorney with whom you identify, and really it should be a firm or a person that you have the same goals with. That is, that your vision of the case is the same. If your vision is you want this done as soon as possible, and your lawyer's vision is they want to stretch it out as long as possible, you guys are not going to get along any more so than you do with your spouse, because you don't have the same vision in the case. If you have a vision that you want certain things accomplished, you need to find a law firm and or a lawyer that has the same vision. If at the end of the day, you don't want to make an enemy out of your spouse, you want to be as fair as possible, you want to try and have a working relationship with your spouse once this is over, because you got a child and you're going to have to get along for another 15 years, you don't want a lawyer who has a reputation of alienating everybody. And there are lawyers who have that reputation. There are people who honestly believe that fighting with everybody and everything is somehow a form of advocacy. It really isn't. Generally, you're going to find that those kind of attitudes, combativeness, is a very poor substitute for intellect. So when you have that kind of thing and it's not what you want, you end up with a case that has a lot of bumps in the roads, that drags on way longer than you'd hoped. If you have somebody that shares your vision, it makes it much easier. Those are three basic things that I would think you need to prepare as you start your divorce. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.